Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be in your part of the world. Welcome to our one and only live stream for today. Microsoft Flight Simulator Airbus A320neo. We are going from KSFO San Francisco to KSLC Salt Lake City. This is our flight plan. As put together here, and let's get in here and get set to go. Now I have it set, so by the time we land in Salt Lake City, it should be nice and sunny. Well, we should have, the sun will be up. I don't know if it's going to be nice and sunny. We're going to leave the live weather on. Fingers crossed that we don't have any issues like we did yesterday. But we're gonna go with it. See how it works. It's going to be a few hours of flying. But we'll get there when we get there. We'll try to set it down nice and easy and call it a day. Ooh, kind of. Ooh, okay. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting nighttime, to be honest. But it is what it is. Okay, let's get that turned off. Alright, let's get our systems on, and then we'll talk to tower.
San Francisco ground, World Air 237 IFR to Salt Lake, ready to copy.
World Air 237 is cleared to Salt Lake Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 01 right climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency is 135.1 squawk 0362.
Alright, perfect.
World Air 237 cleared to Salt Lake Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 01 right climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Departure on 135.1 squawk 0362.
World Air 237 readback correct. Contact ground on 121.8. Good day.
San Francisco ground, World Air 237 with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Ooh, it's kind of foggy.
World Air 237 taxi to and hold short of runway 01 right using taxiway Mike 1 cross runway 01 left Alpha 2 Alpha 1. Contact tower on 120.5 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 01 right using taxiway Mike 1 cross runway 01 left Alpha 2 Alpha 1 World Air 237. San Francisco ground, World Air 237 requesting pushback.
World Air 237 pushback request accepted.
Well, we're going to have to go to the left here. Then we'll get the engine started once we're... Now, I think most of the time the right engine is always running to power the systems.
San Francisco ground, World Air 237 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
World Air 237, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
San Francisco ground,
Push the
World
straight
Air
back.
237 requesting pushback tug to push the aircraft straight.
World Air 237, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Morning, Amela. Try to get some pushback.
San Francisco ground, World Air 237 requesting the end of pushback.
I think that's pretty decent.
World Air 237 request to end pushback received.
Waiting for the engines to stabilize, and then we'll be on our way shortly. Where is everybody? Here. Next page. Ta-da. Right. Oops. Everything looks good. It is cold and rainy here today. It's been raining since early this morning. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We don't have much of a taxi to go. We are taking off just from right over here, so we should be all set. Shouldn't take us long. Maybe Amela, I did say hello when I saw you pop in. So hello again, just to be sure. It's all right. It happens. I had to wonder, did I even have the microphone in place, you know, so people could hear me, so. Sometimes I have forgotten that because generally when I watch TV, I unplug the headset from the controller. But then I'll do stuff in the morning without the headset plugged in, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta plug it in, and sometimes I forget to, because it's got that it'll swing out of the way kind of thing, and if you don't put it back, then nobody can hear you, so it's like the microphone's off. All right. Let's see if we get an altimeter reading before we take off. We should. Make sure we get that plugged in before we depart. So we're at the right altitude.
San Francisco Tower, World Air 237 at runway 01 right, ready for departure IFR to Salt Lake.
World Air 237, altimeter 30.22 wind calm.
3022.
01 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 01 right, World Air 237.
Why is this not changing? Three 3022. Here we go. Now it's changing. I don't know why it wouldn't before. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Doggone it. Ah! Did it change this one back? No. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we should be set. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, that'll work, Camilla. I don't think this runway is... seems like the 28 left and right are the most used runways for takeoffs and landings. Oops, I oversteered there. Try to get this thing straightened out. There we go. And that'll do. Alright, let's just make sure we got all of our things plugged in. Get on to the flight plan page. Altimeter, okay, perfect. Alright. Alright, it's good. Let's go for it. And away we go. a little too much. Autopilot on.
World Air 237 contact departure on 135.1. Good day.
Director on.
Going to 135.1 World Air 237. Departure World Air 237 is passing 1,400 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
World Air 237 departure altimeter 30.22 continue as planned. World Air 237 climb and maintain 6,300 feet.
Climb and maintain 6,300 feet World Air 237. Departure World Air 237 would like to change destination to Salt Lake.
World Air 237 is cleared to Salt Lake Airport as filed. Squawk 0362.
World Air 237 cleared to Salt Lake Airport as filed. Squawk 0362.
World Air 237 read back correct. Radar contact 3,600 feet. Altimeter
Well, look at that view.
22 turn right heading 340 over zero navigation climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Turn right heading 340, proceed on course climb and maintain 14,000 feet World Air 237.
Up to 14. Oops. There's Old Alameda Naval Air Station. There's the San Francisco Bay Bridge. Golden Gate there in the distance. And we are on our way to Salt Lake City.
World Air 237 contact Oakland Center on 119.475.
There's Oakland Airport. Right there. You can barely see it just under those low-hanging clouds. Yeah, there's former Naval Air Station Alameda right there.
Climbing 14,000 feet. World Air 237 Oakland Center altimeter 30.
And that building right off the left wing tip, I believe, was the hangars where the Marine Heavy Lift Unit, they did their maintenance there. Piedmont. We may just skirt by my old hometown. Oh, there's Hayward Executive, so that should be Lake Chabot, right? Where is it? Might be right over there. Hometown should be right off to the right wing tip there. I need to put this back up because I need to make sure I didn't miss any. 3024, okay. So we were in the right altitude. Don't know why this thing goes back. All right. Our auto thrust did not engage. It did. Why are we still at? There we go. All right, now we're cooking with Crisco. And where is? Well, you know what? It's okay. It's Friday.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. World Air 237.
People will be here when they want to be here.
World Air 237, contact Oakland Center on 127.8. Good day. 127.8 for World Air 237. Oakland Center, World Air 237 is passing 15,000 feet, climbing 16,000 feet.
World Air 237 Oakland Center, altimeter 30.24, continue to pitch as planned.
All right.
World Air 237, contact Oakland Center on 119.475. Good day.
119.475 for World Air 237. Oakland Center, World Air 237 is passing 15,800 feet, climbing 16,000 feet. World Air 237 Oakland Center, altimeter 30.24, continue to OE as planned.
Okay, that's our next one right there. So we're going to take this kind of a weird, we're not going to go directly to Salt Lake City. We're going to kind of fly a bit away, and then we're going to turn, we're going to hit a hard left, and then we're going to go, then we're going to turn into Salt Lake City. It should be a fairly nice arrival. We'll descend. We'll see some really nice, I think, scenery as we come over Salt Lake City. Out over the Central Valley now.
World Air 237, contact Oakland Center on 126.85. Good day. 126.85 World Air 237. Oakland Center, World Air 237, 16,000 feet.
World Air 237 Oakland Center, altimeter
30.18. Aha.
body is planned.
I had a feeling it had changed. So we got more airports in the came out. I logged in this morning, started up the game. There was lots of stuff in the marketplace. All more airports, no new planes. Hey, there was an update to the 737 MAX, I believe. I don't quite know what the changes were. I tried looking on the developer's website, and none of it made any sense. Good morning, Mick. How are you? So we might be able to fly the 737 MAX, hopefully at some point soon. It'd be nice to be able to put that in the repertoire. No update yet on the Eurofighter or any other aircraft that I have already. Bit disappointed, but I guess those things take time. Oh, we're just near Stockton. We should see Stockton, we'll see Bakersfield and a few other those places, I think, along the way. Surprised we're just kind of cruising at this altitude right now. Normally we would have been told to go to we would have been climbing already to pretty close to 30,000 feet by now, I would think, but we're just it's gonna do its thing. It is what it is. Yeah, just let's see. I'm trying to see if there's something I can point. So Lodi should be our said continue to LODDI. Oh, that was the one behind us. Okay. Yep, see there's Lodi. There's an airport, a small airport there. So we'll climb over the Sierra Nevadas, I believe, here pretty soon. I'm surprised we're still at 16,000 feet. We should be, I would think by now we would be at...
UPS 9er, 4TR61 miles east. Descend and maintain 4,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 30 approach via PA-RBB transition. Clear to PA-RBB.
Alright, so the next one's higher. So
4,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 30 approach via PA-RBB transition. Clear to PA-RBB UPS 9er 42.
how is it that we're not... Let's see.
Oakland Center World Air 237. Request flight level 220.
World Air 237 climb and maintain flight level 220.
I'm not going to wait for them
Climb
to tell
and
me.
maintain flight level 220 World Air 237.
Alright, well, let's see how we do.
UPS 905, 4UR64 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 22 left approach via Hotel November Whiskey transition. Clear to Hotel November Whiskey. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 22 left approach via Hotel November Whiskey transition. Clear to Hotel November Whiskey UPS 9054.
Yes, I did last night. It didn't take long to do. I fired it up before I got in here, and we're gonna start from scratch. Not from start from scratch. We've got money, but no land, no farmhouse. I forget the name of the map. It's small. Like, there's only one place you can really buy land to start off with, and to build a farmhouse and all that. So I think what we're gonna do, let's see, tomorrow's Spitfire, Saturday. I think what we're gonna do on Sunday is we're gonna start off. We're just gonna get the farm started up, buy the land, and get our buildings put in place before we do our tour of Egypt. So we'll do that, kind of get that put in place. Then we'll go fly around Egypt. I think Sundays will be kind of like farming simulator Sundays kind of thing. We'll just do that for fun first, before we go flying on Sundays. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll get equipment, we'll get the house, get our little farmhouse and all the particulars and everything put together. Okay, 2230. Just go straight for 10,000 increase. I think that should be sufficient.
Oakland Center World Air 237. Request flight level 320.
World Air 237 climb and maintain flight level 220. Expect flight level 320.
Alright, the altimeter must have changed.
Flight level 220. Expect flight level 320 World Air 237.
We're like right there. What are you talking about? We're within the tolerance. Come on now. We're right there. I think the altimeter changed just ever so slightly, and it's got us hovering between. It's like almost there. Oh, welcome back to Milla. Come on, over right there. Come on. Can we go to 320 now?
World Air 237, please expedite your climb flight level 220.
Okay. So something's changed. I think the altimeters were right there. Yeah, here we go. We're not getting an altimeter update. No, it's the other way. No, or maybe.
Hold Air 237, please expedite your climb.
Yeah, see, now we're... The altimeter's off. Doggone it. And they're not giving us an update. Oh, freaking live weather. Oh, man, I hate that we can't have nice things. We're right there, 22,000 feet. I don't get it. If we're off, why don't they give us...
Please expedite your climb flight level 220.
Alright, well...
World Air 237 climb and maintain flight level 310.
No.
Climb and maintain flight level 310 World Air 237.
Can't fly with live weather. Not get an updated... I don't get it. Start climbing. There you go. Oh well. We got 3 viewers over on Twitch. Well, thank you all for coming in. No, one of them is Mick. We'll just have to keep the weather off for the time being, I guess. Don't know where everybody else is.
World Air 237 contact Oakland Center on 125.75. Good day.
Oakland Center is like way back yonder.
World Air 237. Oakland Center World Air 237 is passing flight level 250, climbing flight level 310.
World Air 237 Oakland Center continue to CFEGJ as planned.
Is that our next one? Yes. That J almost looks like a 3. Well, at least the scenery's nice. Ooh, that looks like an... I wonder if it's an airport up there. That's just a place. Must be a place. I think the airport would have popped up already. Yeah. A little town or something up there, I guess. Yeah, you guys do anything later, Mick? You and Pulse, or is it FIFA, or is it something else tonight? Back to the little delivery show. That delivery game or whatever it was. Okay, we're getting to 31. We're getting there slowly but surely. It's like a pretty interesting place. I don't know what lake this is. Huh. FIFA. Okay, a bit earlier. Is that like, you're talking about like noon my time or about 1 o'clock my time? Yeah. Renting FIFA Friday. Oh. I would call it I can't believe it's Friday. Cause I know Mick, every time I can't believe it. We'll just call I can't believe it Friday. Or I can't believe it FIFA. There we go. I can't believe it FIFA. Seven for us, so that's 2 my time. Okay. Fair enough. I will be there for that. Well, it is steady rain this morning. Not a downpour, but just a steady Steady amount. Times are so awkward. No, I mean, it doesn't bother me one way or the other. Whatever time you guys you're going to be live, I'll be there. I was just trying to. Now that we're back to 5 hours difference, I just got to remember to. It's not 4 hours anymore. And I'll be there I should be there by 2. I don't have anything else planned that I'm aware of. So, yeah, it's all good. Alright, we should be getting close to getting a call to go to 37.
World Air 237 climb and maintain
Oh,
flight
32.
level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320 World Air 237.
I don't know what that extra 1,000 feet, what difference that made, but whatever. Just kind of... There we go. It's like I didn't want to keep climbing. Yeah. Well, it was 6 hours when I was in Alabama because they're an hour behind me. So, well, technically I was 5 hours behind you when I was in Alabama. Then it went to 6 once the time changed again. So, yeah. Crazy. So everything seems to be going good. The only issues now are the live weather, because I would think, and I'm supposing here for just a moment that, if you're telling a plane that they're not at their assigned altitude, I would think that they would give an updated altimeter reading, because I think that's where the problems usually lie. But without getting that update, whenever you say please climb and maintain or descend and maintain, if you don't give an altimeter reading just so that they can adjust accordingly, then what's the point? Because you're just going to keep telling somebody they're at the wrong altitude. Now the pilot may ask for an updated altimeter reading to be sure that their stuff is set correctly. But I don't know. I guess that's something they're just going to have to work on and get figured out. I'd be happy if we just stayed at 32,000 feet. I think we're going to get told to go to... I mean, we're there. We haven't been told anything, so... I gotta, maybe after I wrap this up, I'm gonna try to find, I gotta get a general idea of the direction from Lake and Heath to the Mach Loop. So when we're done flying the Spitfire tomorrow, I've got a general idea of where we're going. I think I do, but I gotta look on the map here and determine and see if I can't just put a marker somewhere so that we know, I kind of know which way to head. Because I would think, now I think that would be a point of interest in the flight simulator in general, so you could mark it and go fly through there. we're gonna fly. We're just gonna kind of continue straight on here. Okay, go ahead and minimize that for right now. So I don't need the objective thing up right now. Kind of clean things up a bit. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to figure it out once we wrap the stream up, so that when we get done flying the Spitfire tomorrow, we'll go blast through the Mach loop a couple times and all that. But hopefully you like that that guy's channel. Like the videos are, you know, you could tell because he's been doing this for quite some time, but the videos and even his still shots are just absolutely amazing. I mean, the amount of detail that he's getting when these, you know, fighter planes, anything's flying through. I mean, of course, it's easier when it's a slow, you know, something slow moving. Pretty much, it's easier to track it. But a jet, you know, they're not going the speed of sound, but they're moving through there pretty quickly. I think that's what he's capturing is just absolutely amazing. That's definitely a place I'd like to go visit one day. I think I could literally spend a day or two there, just, you know, capturing images, capturing video. Yeah, it'd just be phenomenal. We're just cruising right along here. Let's see if we can bump this to 280. Try to get a little bit more. A little more oomph going to get us there. We're on our way to Salt Lake City, Amela. So it was kind of a weird. We took off and we're kind of heading. You know, we're heading east, almost dead east, and then eventually we're gonna turn north and head right into Salt Lake City Airport. So it should be a fairly straightforward, nice descent, some nice scenery, I think, once we get there, and then we'll kind of turn. I don't remember quite how it's going to look when we get there, but we should have some nice scenery and all that coming in. So yeah, that's where we're heading.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake Center on 133.5.
Oh wow. Okay. So if we look, if we zoom out a bit on our
Salt Lake Center,
range
World
here.
Air 237, flight level 320.
World Air 237
So-
Salt Lake Center. Continue to Tango Papa Hotel as planned.
Okay. So we've got basically all this. We're going to track a little bit more east, almost southeast, probably just a little bit, you know, on the southern side of east, and then we'll go that way, and then there's that hard left, and then we'll turn into Salt Lake City. So yeah, should be a nice scenic flight overall. I mean, I think we're over Nevada right now, I think. If there was a marker or something that would tell me, but I'm pretty sure we're over Nevada right now. There we go. So there's that. It's between here. That's going to eat up most of the miles right there, all the way to the next point, which is BCE, I think. Bravo Charlie Echo. Yep. So yeah, we're on our way there, and then interesting that it put us on a Mach. We're not at 34,000 feet. Usually that takes over about 34,000. Yeah, I think. Well, so here's what was supposed to happen, and maybe we're gonna do it another day. I've got the cargo 777, and I've been meaning to put it into the repertoire. I took off from San Francisco, and it was like I went to 10,000 feet, and then it said go 11. It was like this up and down 10,000 feet, 11,000, 10,000. I'm just like, you know what? Something's not right. So that was what we were supposed to fly today, but based on that, I'm like, we're not going to even try it. So yeah, but I'd like to do it because I'd like to be able to fly something different, with a different livery than the standard crap that's been in the game for since it came out. I want to be able to show, something that looks real world. Now this looks like a United Airlines sort of livery. But it's not very realistic. I want to be able to say we are United Flight or not United. Is it, no, not United. It's what's it called? Is it United? Maybe it is United. Yeah, it is United. I'm thinking of American Airlines. Yeah, United has the globe sort of thing on the back, I think. Yeah, United has that sort of a logo on the back with that sort of globe-looking thing. So, because I think they, Continental. They bought out Continental Airlines. That's why because Continental had that globe thing on the tail there. So, wow, that's. I totally forgot about Continental Airlines. There's so many that have just been bought out and just, merged into other airlines. And it's just like with railroads, Oh, speaking of which, I didn't know this. But, the guy, my dad and I were talking about, I guess there's a huge rail yard somewhere in Binghamton, or not Binghamton, in Birmingham, that BNSF, Norfolk Southern, and CSX, it's like they're all kind of there. And so, like, if Burlington BNSF brings stuff from, like, Texas or New Mexico, they bring it to Birmingham, and then either CSX or Norfolk Southern picks it up from there. Yeah, it's like this huge freight yard. And of course, there's you can't walk through there, obviously, for safety reasons, but you can. I would think that there's a spot somewhere where you can sit and watch all the action going on there in the yard. Now, a lot of railroads, like I know down in Binghamton at the Norfolk Southern yard there, they don't want anything filmed. They don't want anything, no pictures, nothing. I don't know if they're up to no good, sort of thing, or I don't know, but yeah, they anyways, so yeah, I was like, man, I really wish we would have had the time to go over there and check it out, but we didn't. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But I was hoping if maybe BNSF would have had some of their heritage locomotives with the old war chief bonnet, the war bonnet on there, not the war chief bonnet, the war bonnet. The old when it was just Santa Fe Railroad, not part of the Burlington Northern Railroad. But yeah, it would have been nice to see some heritage units or something, if they go out that far. Well, somebody was posted the other day in Elmira, where near the Corning Elmira area, near the airport there. I guess they got a pretty decent little aviation museum. I might have to go check that out one day. Certainly when the weather's better. Warmer. I don't think I really want to go out taking photos today, although it would be interesting, but not my thing today. Just not feel. I wouldn't be feeling it anyway.
237, contact Salt Lake Center on 127.925. Good day.
127.925 World Air 237. Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, flight level 320.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Center, continue to Bravo Charlie Echo as planned.
Yippers. That's the plan. I wonder if there's a way. There's got to be a way that the pilots get updated weather information. Like, I don't know if there's like a radio thing that they could tune into.
World Air 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.2.
Los Angeles Center.
Good day.
Wow.
124.2 for World Air 237. Los Angeles Center, World Air 237, flight level 320.
World Air 237 Los Angeles Center, continue to Bravo Charlie.
Watch, we're gonna
Echo
get bounced
and
back to Salt Lake City. Salt Lake Center. Let's see. It's looking for something. I think when I'm done, I'll post something, and maybe there's a way that you can get updated barometric pressures so that you can adjust it, you know, so we don't have like what happened earlier. Wow, it's really nice scenery here. Or definitely must be over Nevada if we're talking to the LA Center. Kind of quiet in the chat today. What's going on? It's Friday. Everybody should be happy. What's happening? Talk to me, folks. What's going on? I can see on Mondays, you know, people are not very talkative, but Fridays, I mean, you'd think this is the usually everybody's a little bit more excited on Fridays. Everybody's working towards the weekend. That's what I hear. I don't know if it's true or not. That's the story I've heard. You want a piece of my heart? Better start from the start. Do, 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 do. There you go. So you got a song, you didn't even have to ask for it. Alright, let's just take a look around, make sure nothing's turned off by accident. We're doing quite fine. Oh, that everybody's working for the weekend? Or that if you want a piece of my heart, you better start from the start. Or both. I've heard both. Alright, we are plugging away towards Bravo Charlie Echo. And we will be ready to make that rather audacious left turn coming up. And then we should be lined pretty much, should be, I think. Well, we can't tell from way out here, but there might be a bit of a turn in, to, you know, for the absolute lineup for on to go on to runway 34 right, ILS approach. Surprised we haven't gotten a lot of radio traffic. I guess Salt Lake City, I mean, it's a pretty good sized airport. I would thought we would have had a lot of radio chatter. And maybe as we get closer we'll pick up more of it. Find out here pretty soon. Really hoping my dad would have popped into one of the streams already. Say hello, hang out for a little bit. I know he's sitting down there enjoying his coffee, but it is what it is. Okay. Cheers, Abella. We'll see you later. Have a good half day at work. Take your time getting there so that you can just basically sit at your desk for maybe 20 or 30 minutes and be like, okay, that's it, I'm out of here. Yep, we'll catch you later. Ooh, what did we get? Oh, I finally got... Hey! We did it. We finally made a mile. It took a while for it to catch up, but yay, we got that done. Woohoo! Got a nice little achievement for that. It took us almost all the way to Salt Lake City before it realized we had gotten a mile done using the pushback feature. You have to do that for at least a mile. Good stuff. Another achievement knocked out.
All there, 237, contact Salt Lake Center.
Aha! I knew it.
925. Good day.
Now watch. About 10 minutes later, they're going to bounce us back to LA Center.
25 World Air 237. Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, flight level 320.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Center continue to Bravo Charlie Echo as planned. World Air 237 contact Salt Lake Center on 125.575. Good day.
Going to 125.575 World Air 237. Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, flight level 320.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Center, continue to Bravo Charlie Echo as planned.
All right, well. Let's see what, yeah, well, you never know. We still got 63 nautical miles to get to Bravo Charlie Echo. And I guarantee you, at one point, they're going to be like, contact LA Center. I watched a clip of approach into San Francisco the other day. Airbus A380. Huge jet. Really beautiful looking, I think. Yeah, they came on over through San Jose, across the Dumbarton Bridge, across the San Mateo Bridge. I think it was like the last flight for one of the pilots. He was one of the longest serving Lufthansa pilots. And so this was like his... And they did a cool thing as they taxied in a couple of the firefighting trucks from there at San Francisco International. They did the spray over with the water and all that. It was pretty cool. I didn't know this, but well, I don't know if they were kind of showing off a bit because it was all being recorded, but they turned off the autopilot, like, I think, was it, they were near the San Mateo Bridge or just before, somewhere along the way. I remember they were kind of lining up for the runway, and they turned off the autopilot and he flew it in by hand the whole rest of the way. Turned off the auto thrust, the whole thing. It was quite amazing, because I figured you would leave it on as long as possible, and they would just like they was dial in the heading. You know, they were on autopilot and everything. They would just change the heading, and that was it. It was pretty amazing. All right, we should be, I think we're in Utah now. Or we will be soon. Yeah, because it's got the same similar setup. They've got the flight sticks there and all of that. And they got 4 engines, so the throttle quadrant is much bigger. The whole thing here seems to be a lot larger. But it's all standard, you know.
November 481 Hotel Charlie is passing flight level 190, descending 10,000 feet.
Aha.
Generic November 481 Hotel Charlie, Salt Lake Center, continue as planned.
You know, like the button layout, I think, is pretty much like what we see here. It says toggle terrain display on. I don't see any major change there. We need to go. There we go. don't see the terrain display. I guess would it be if I changed it to... Now I've never messed with this. I really wish I knew what all this stuff does. Ooh, airport. You know what? When we land, I'm going to try to click that and see if what it gives us on here in the center display. Might as well get the. Well, I guess my chat reloaded while I wasn't looking. Okay. Yeah. Try that little button. See if it gives us the. If you know, in the Boeings, one of their when you're at the airport, it shows you kind of like the digital representation of where you are from the airport, the runways and taxiways and all that. And that's how. But most of the pilots, I think, they have an iPad or a tablet of some kind that they have. They can pull up the information when they get the taxi instructions. They pull it up there and they know which way to go. All right. Any minute now. Hang on to your seats, folks. Well, hello, Chris. Welcome. You're here for the last little bit of the flight. That's okay. We're going to hit a hard left here in a moment, and we're going to make our way towards Salt Lake City. Put this thing on the ground and call it a day. I need to eat some breakfast as soon as I'm done. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing out by not doing this on I didn't even turn these off. Not doing this on the PC. You know, really missing something. I never let anybody get up. Oh well. There we go. Oh, the G-forces. Oh no. Alright, so about 3,000 feet. Yeah, we're going to start reducing our altitude.
Salt Lake Center, World Air 237. Request flight level 290.
World Air 237, descend and maintain flight level 290.
Descend and maintain flight level 290, World Air 237.
World Air 237 traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at flight level 360 generic. Report them in sight.
World Air 237 have the generic in sight.
Sure, why not? Uh-oh. Boy, we're getting back on track. Okay. I thought we were going to have to circle back around or something.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake Center on 133.6. Good day.
133.6 for World Air 237. Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, flight level 290.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Center, continue to reach as planned.
Okay, that's our next marker there. Yeah, well, not only that, but just the amount, the other stuff that you could do, like you could really zoom in on the boards and everything. You can actually see in greater detail. You know, like if I zoom in here, oops, I think, okay, so it takes me to there.
125.575 Southwest 2222.
I can't get, yeah, see it. I can get there. I guess I can look at it from up here, but I can't really zoom. Zoom in on any of that stuff. So might as well just drop this to 270. Yeah, it should be a good flight tomorrow on the Spitfire. Really enjoy that. Six days until the next big update, or the Game of the Year edition coming out. 5 planes for free, including the F-18. Looking forward to taking a spin in that. Hopefully we can add that to the repertoire very easily. We're getting another short takeoff and landing plane and a couple other things that should be hopefully no major issues, so we can get in there and add them to the repertoire. Oh, I think you guys did enough carnage all on your own last night, Mick. Oh, God. Well, the AI does enough carnage for everybody. I'll be honest with you. That's the only thing that I do not like about that game is that, of course you're trying to make money because you want to buy better trucks or different trucks or, have, different stuff that you can use in the game. And yet the AI seems to be very intent on keeping you from making money. Getting to your location on time so that you don't lose money by being late. That part I don't quite understand, because if a motorist attacks, tries to run a truck off the road or whatever, that motorist is going to be in trouble. They're going to, they're going to be arrested for, and certainly they're going to be, their license is going to be very likely suspended because you're trying to cause accidents and all that. You don't mess with truck drivers. They're trying to get somewhere. They're trying to deliver things. If you're trying to run them off the road, well, then you got some serious problems. But yeah, I don't quite understand why they think that's something in the game that people want. They need to dial that AI back something fierce. They really need to change that. But otherwise, I think it looks like a fun game. Because there are things that you have to kind of contend with. You have to fuel. You got to watch your gas. You got to, especially when you're going through towns, your route. You got to take wide turns or whatever. All that kind of stuff. Just, you have to think about those sorts of things. It's not just, you just show up and drive and everything will be hunky-dory. Trying to see why can I not see? Oh my God, I hate when this happens. The numbers just kind of blend in, and it's hard to determine. All right, let's go down to 22,000 feet. So 7.
Salt Lake Center, World Air 237. Request flight level 220.
World Air 237 descend and maintain flight level 220.
Descend and maintain flight level 220, World Air 237.
There we go. But yeah, I think it's a fun game. Certainly, you can decide whether you just want quick drives or you want long distance stuff. Of course, the more you unlock, the more you discover, the more options you have for jobs, I think. I'd like to see something. Well, it'd be kind of hard to do because it's very different software companies, but could you imagine if we kind of had a thing where, let's say Mick, Chris, and Pulse, you bring in cargo to to Barcelona, right? And you don't bring it to the port, but you bring it to the airport. And then I could go in and say, okay, we're going to load up this cargo from this, the stuff you guys just delivered or whatever, put it in a cargo plane, then take it somewhere else. I think, I mean, I know that's, you could kind of pretend something like that's happening, but it's not the same as, but yeah, I mean, there's ways to link the whole system, really, as far as moving cargo around the world, whether it's by rail or by truck or by plane or even by sea, I mean, that would be an interesting simulator where you are a cargo ship captain. You got to take, you got to account for all the different tonnage. And you got to balance the boat. I mean, that's a lot of
Salt Lake Center,
lot of
World
work.
Air 237 is at flight level 230, descending flight level 220.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Center, continue to Martin as planned.
Why does it look like there's a dual thing here? Does anybody else see that? A dual line? That kind of worries me. And, hopefully we're... but yeah, that would be an interesting simulator. Like, you gotta move this cargo from port to port and all that. Contend with the weather and the, and all that. You gotta, but yeah, that would be really in depth. That would be, wow. All right, next one, let's go down to 14. Let's go to 15,000, so another 7,000.
Salt Lake Center, World Air 237. Request 15,000 feet.
World Air 237, descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet, World Air 237.
Let's go ahead and drop the speed as well. Get the landing lights on. Just because Maria, well, welcome. Anyway, all right. we should be okay altitude-wise. Don't think we have anything major to contend with as we go into Salt Lake City here. Alright, see, yeah, there seems to be 2 tracks. That is really odd. Huh. Nebo, I think, is the next one. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, see, there are 2 tracks. As long as we're on one of them, that's all that matters. I've never seen that before. You know, unless there's something that we fly one way, but even then we don't see that other track until we pick it up. Very strange. Yeah, I am too. Well, I guess I'm not seeing any markers on this side, so I think we're okay. It might just be a glitch.
Good day. 119.905 for World
But if we start circling around or whatever, then we know that something's...
World Air 237, 15,000 feet.
World Air 237 Salt Lake, center altimeter 29.902, continue to Nebo as planned.
Yep, that's the one there in front of us.
Salt Lake Center, World Air 237. Request 10,000 feet.
World Air 237, request denied.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the first time I've ever heard that one. Normally we get the okay. Huh. Interesting. I'm guessing, I don't know. No? All right. I'm guessing, I don't know if DeMarty was asking why I'm not flying it, or asking me to fly in Indonesia, or saying they're from Indonesia. I'm a bit perplexed by that statement. Yeah, me either, Mick. I don't know. I mean, well. This is going to be interesting.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake approach on 124.9er.
Okay.
Good day.
124.9er, World Air 237. Salt Lake approach, World Air 237, 15,000 feet.
World Air 237 Salt Lake, approach altimeter 29.9er, continue to Foxtrot uniform as planned.
Okay, Foxtrot uniform. It's right there. Boy, look at this mess. We just passed Foxtrot uniform. I really don't know what to expect now.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake Center on 119.905. Good day.
Going to 119.9er, 5 World Air 237. Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, 15,000 feet.
World Air 237, 237 Salt Lake, center altimeter 29er.9er, to continue to Plosh as planned. World Air 237, you are 26 miles south. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 34 right approach via Plosh transition. Cleared to Plosh.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 34 right approach via Plosh transition. Cleared to Plosh. World Air 237.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake approach on 124.9er. Good day. Southwest 1818 traffic is 4 o'clock 3 miles at 14,800 feet. Airbus A320.
See, it did bring us back around.
124.9er, World Air 237. Salt Lake approach. World Air 237 is passing 14,300 feet, descending 11,000 feet.
Where did the airport go?
World Air 237 Salt Lake, approach altimeter 29er.9er, to continue to ALGIE as planned.
This is a weird approach. Alright, so... Well... No! It is sending us back. Yep, look at that. Alright. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna... It's saying go back to TPH. Okay, well this approach is broke. Look at that mess. Alright. I'm gonna have to... I guess we're gonna have to do this manually. Oh, God. Okay. Director off. Autopilot off.
World Air 237, contact Salt Lake Center on 119er.9er5. Good day.
Going to 119er.9er.
That was just a huge mess.
Salt Lake Center, World Air 237, 11,000 feet.
World Air 237 Salt Lake, center altimeter 29er.9er, to continue to ALGIE as planned. World Air 237, contact Salt Lake approach on 124.9er. Good day.
Going to 124.9er, World Air 237. Salt Lake approach, World Air 237, 10,900 feet.
World Air 237 Salt Lake, approach altimeter 29er.9er, to continue to ALGIE as planned.
Yep, we're gonna have to land it manually. Okay, well, that's gonna make things really interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and get some speed down so we can start getting some flaps. Start slowing down.
World Air 237, you are 1,300 feet above your assigned altitude.
Yeah,
Descend
well.
and maintain 11,000 feet altimeter 29er.9er2.
descend and maintain 11,000 feet. World Air 237.
I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I remember you were saying that, Mick. So whatever this was, whatever I picked for the arrival phase of our
World Air 237, please expedite your descent 11,000 feet. World Air 237, descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet. World Air 237.
Alright. Forgive me if I don't look at the chat until we land.
World Air 237, you are 18 miles south of Salt Lake. Contact Salt Lake Tower on 119.05 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 119.05. World Air 237. Salt Lake Tower. World Air 237, 17 miles south inbound ILS runway 34 right approach.
World Air 237 Salt Lake Tower. Altimeter 29.902 wind 259 at 3. Cleared ILS runway 34 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway 34 right approach. World Air 237.
Oh, there's how that looked. Okay. Now I wonder if I can turn on approach mode. Nope. I don't think that would do it. I have to have the autopilot engaged and all that. Now, if I turn on the autopilot, would it turn? Yep. Oh boy. That was a huge climb. Put the nose right up. Wow. Probably because it thinks we gotta go to. Why is that 900 there? Nope, 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 nope. It wants to turn. Okay, never mind. The last bit of flaps down here. Thanks, Mick. Just had a quick glance over there. Okay. Here we go. Still got plenty of space, it seems like. Alright, I think that means the ILS is locked in. Well, we're within range of the ILS, I think. Now if I turn on the approach mode, will it take over? I think it is.
Cleared to land runway tree 4 right, World Air
Ooh,
237.
no, we're... well... we are off. Kinda off the runway now. We're drifting to the left. Alright, well, we're just gonna... we'll make this happen. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm overcorrecting. Yep, I definitely am. Ooh boy, I way overcorrected. Jeez. The guides are way off too. Okay. It's what it feels like.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard 5.
Oops. Whew. Well, there we are, folks. Welcome to Salt Lake City. Obviously, the sun was going down. Oh, man. Whew. Goodness gracious.
World Air 237 exit runway with Able.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I promise you. Man.
World World Air 237 contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er for World Air 237. Salt Lake ground, World Air 237, request taxi to the gate.
World Air 237 taxi to gate Foxtrot 21 using taxiway Hotel 10 Hotel.
Taxiing to gate Foxtrot 21 using taxiway Hotel 10
Well,
Hotel,
on
World Air
behalf of
237.
your entire flight crew, including myself and First Officer Amella, we'd like to welcome you to Salt Lake City. It has been our pleasure flying with you today. We know, we acknowledge that you have many Microsoft Flight Simulator viewing choices, and we are glad that you picked us. Welcome to Salt Lake City. That was not what I expected. That is for sure. Now watch, I can fly this thing again, and the problem wouldn't be there. Like we just fly autopilot the entire way and all the way into the point where we this doesn't look like a gate. Yes, it is. Okay. Cut the corner here so we have a way to pull in there. I don't think I've ever been to this airport. Oh, thank you, Chris. I don't think I've ever been here, so I don't know what it looks like. I've been through Salt Lake City, but I don't think I've ever flown into the airport. What is this in the way? That's a bloody tree. What in the... Wow. Bloody tree right there in our... I think I'm right. Well, close enough.
Salt Lake ground, World Air 237, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
World Air 237, the jetway, is going to be connected.
Wow, they're connecting it on this side. That's interesting. Let's see if we can see the door open. Nope, they took off that little animation. Oh well, we're just going to end it there. All right. Well, that. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow, Spitfire Saturday. The Linham Air Base to Sherburne in Elmet. Whatever that means. Sherburne. Anyway, that's going to be it, though. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same channel, all that usual stuff. Until then, peace, live long and prosper.